Of course not. It's just grown-up stuff.
Okay.
The world of Transformania gives it all away. The Drac pack is back, and this installment promises to be better than the previous 3, if that's even possible. In this 4th sequel, it looks like Jonathan is turned into a monster because Jonathan is the only one in the castle who is not a monster. Jonathan does this for the approval of Dracula, but fortunately for fans, things do not turn out quite as expected. What happens makes for a hilarious transformation of everybody in the castle. The recipe for the 4th installment is basically the same, but that means we know how many laughs are waiting for us. This is Hotel Transylvania Transformania, what fans can expect. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on, so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. What is Hotel Transylvania 4 all about? Hotel Transylvania Transformania, also known as Hotel Transylvania 4, is an upcoming American computer-animated fantasy comedy film produced by Sony Pictures Animation. Intended to be the 4th and final installment in the Hotel Transylvania franchise and the sequel to Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation, it is directed by Jennifer Kleska and Derek Dryman from a screenplay by Amos Vernon, Nunzio Randazzo, and Gendy Tartakovsky, who directed the prior 3 films and co-wrote the 3rd film. The film is scheduled to be released in theaters in the United States on July 23, 2021 by Sony Pictures, releasing under its Columbia Pictures label. Production. In February 2019, Sony Pictures Animation announced that a 4th film had been in development. Production took place remotely during the global health situation. In April of 2021, the film's title was revealed to be Hotel Transylvania Transformania, and it was confirmed that it would be the final film of the series. We saw the trailer to the final movie of Hotel Transylvania on May 17, 2021. The premise for Hotel Transylvania 4. Sony's official release sounds as follows. When Van Helsing's mysterious invention, the monsterification ray, goes haywire, Drac and his monster pals are all transformed into humans, and Johnny becomes a monster. In their new mismatched bodies, Drac, stripped of his powers, and an exuberant Johnny, loving life as a monster, must team up and race across the globe to find a cure before it's too late, and before they drive each other crazy. With help from Mavis and the hilariously human Drac pack, the heat is on to find a way to switch themselves back before their transformations become permanent. The new director. In addition to being the first film in the series to move forward without Adam Sandler as Dracula, Transformania is also the first Hotel Transylvania film without animation legend Gendy Tartakovsky in the director's chair. Instead, the film will make the feature directorial debut of Derek Dryman, CatDog, and Jennifer Kleska, DC Superhero Girls, with Tartakovsky still on board as both writer and executive producer. We don't expect that to affect the movie much in terms of quality. It might even be better with fresh direction. This time, Adam Sandler will not be the voice of Dracula. With Hotel Transylvania Transformania just a couple months away, we have received our first peek at the movie on Monday, May 17th, and as we've come to expect from the franchise, the 4th and final movie in the Sony animation series looks to be a lot of fun. However, there will be a major change to the franchise. Adam Sandler has quietly stepped down from his role as Dracula as he's remained busy on other movie projects, but that's not the only thing being shifted for Drac. Adam Sandler's voice role has been handed off to Brian Hull, who is a voice actor who recently lent his voice to Disney's Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure and Puppy Star Christmas. In the trailer, he doesn't have a ton of lines, but from what we have heard, it sounds quite close to Sandler's performance. Along with the cast change, Drac will also look and act differently than he has prior thanks to the pesky monsterification ray. What to possibly expect? The Transformania trailer only gives us a small dose of what to expect from human Drac, but as the directors teased, the character will move and look much differently as a human. It will be fun to see the roles reversed as Johnny tries out being a monster and Drac contends with what being in a human body is really like. Maybe it will allow the two in-laws to gain some empathy with one another about what it's like to be in each other's shoes. For the first time in the Hotel Transylvania series, Drac will lose his vampire sensibility and become human. It happens when his his human son-in-law, played by Andy Samberg, decides that he wants to become a monster like the rest of the Drac pack, and his wife, Mavis. He goes to Jim Gaffigan's Van Helsing to do the deed, and in the process, Drac gets in the crossfires of a malfunctioning ray and becomes a living, breathing human. What can probably be expected is that Drac, Jonathan, and the Drac pack will go off looking for a way to turn everybody back to being themselves again before their transformations become permanent. What that thing is yet unknown. We can expect a ton of laughs and hijinks as this motley crew goes off searching for this mysterious antidote. We expect that in the end they may discover whatever it is just in time. The question will then be, does Jonathan change back to be human? And does Drac accept him for who he is? We expect a fantastic ending. The movie is expected to finalize the Hotel Transylvania storyline that began in 2012. Transformania hits theaters on July 23rd, after the film's release date was changed 3 times amidst the global health situation. The movie is released as part of a schedule that is filled with a ton of other exciting summer 2021 movies. There's a lot to look forward to. The trailer. The first trailer only offers a fun appetizer as to what's to come in the Hotel Transylvania 4, but it looks like it will lean into some fun gags from the movie Freaky Friday, where Johnny and Dracula will be in each other's shoes, monster and human, but this time the roles are reversed. It's always fun to see those two characters play off each other, and we're curious how that may conclude the franchise nearly a decade since the Sony movies began. As the film opens, the title hotel, set up by Dracula, played by Brian Hull, as a haven for himself and his monster friends where they could be free of human persecution, is celebrating its 125th anniversary, and Dracula's son-in-law, Johnny, played by Andy Samberg, is doing his best to throw a killer bash for his father-in-law to impress him. When things go wrong, Johnny worries that he will never really be able to relate to Dracula and his pals because he's not a monster. He's out of options and feels like he can do nothing right. Enter Van Helsing, played by Jim Gaffigan, who reveals that he's developed a monsterification ray that will transform Johnny into the monster he's always wanted to be. Of course, the ray can also transform any monster it hits into a human, and when the invention goes haywire, the whole monster squad gets an unexpected and unwelcome taste of mortality. The trailer makes you giggle already, as some characters are happy with their transformations and others are not. One of the characters, as part of his transformation, becomes naked, for example. It's Griffin, who used to be the Invisible Man, but is now simply too visible. You'll have to watch the trailer yourself to see what I mean. It's a funny scene. The rest of the trailer shows us that the movie is exactly what one has come to expect of Hotel Transylvania movies. More details about the cast. The cast is largely unchanged, except for the largest change, the absence of Adam Sandler. Brian Hull will now play Dracula, founder of Hotel Transylvania and Mavis's father, Johnny's father-in-law, Vlad's son, Erica Van Helsing's husband, and Dennis's maternal grandfather. As explained, he replaces Adam Sandler, who voiced the character in the previous 3 films. Quite the chance that they took. Andy Samberg is back as Johnny Lauren, who is Mavis's husband, Dracula's son-in-law, and Dennis's father. Selena Gomez is Mavis, who is Dracula's daughter, Johnny's wife, and Dennis's mother. Her voice acting was amazing in the previous 3 installments. Kathryn Hahn has returned as Erica Van Helsing, Dracula's wife and the great-granddaughter of Abraham Van Helsing. Then there is Steve Buscemi as Wayne, a werewolf, David Spade as Griffin, an invisible man, Keegan-Michael Key as Murray, an ancient mummy, Asher Blinkoff will play Dennis Lauren, son of Mavis and Johnny, and Brad Abril is also back. Then of course there is Fran Drescher as Eunice, Frank's wife, Jim Gaffigan as Professor Abraham Van Helsing, Erica's great-grandfather and Dracula's lifelong former nemesis, and Molly Shannon as Wanda, a werewolf and Wayne's wife. We're not sure who will be voicing Frankenstein, but in human form, he is this hunk of a man who loves to take selfies of himself. Others unknown are who will voice Winnie and Blobby. The dog Tinkles is also part of the cast, but we're not sure if he speaks, and if he does, who will voice him. So, this is what fans can expect. Fans of the Hotel Transylvania franchise will enjoy the fact that this movie will fall right into their zone of appreciation. Yes, I just made that term up. I think you know what I mean though. Hotel Transylvania follows a recipe which has made the whole franchise successful, and basically assures its fans what to expect. The only thing we are not sure about is how the storyline for this installment will play out. Everything we know is mostly speculation based on the fact that movies like Hotel Transylvania do not have complicated storylines, because the focus is more on the comedic aspects of the movie. That's all we have for you today. We hope you enjoyed this video and that you enjoy the movie. Feel free free to leave comments down below. What do you think we can expect from Hotel Transylvania 4? Will Drac at last accept Jonathan for who he is? Will Jonathan remain a monster or not? Thank you, and until next time, stay safe.